is Kristy here, registered dietitian at the Arnprior and District Family Health Team, and today we are going to be talking a little bit about how to build a lunch that your children will enjoy and that you will also feel good about offering because it's going to be full of nutritious items. And we also want this to be simple, easy things that you can throw together in about 5 minutes without having to be too precious about making sure everything is perfect. So I'm going to first talk to you about my formula for building a kid plate. So whenever I am building a kid lunch, I am always keeping in mind 4 items. I always want to include 1 fruit, 1 vegetable, 1 protein source, and some type of grain or starch or sort of filler in between as well. Building a plate this way makes it super easy to mix and match and try out different things, and I'm going to show you 5 different examples of how you can use this formula to build lunches for your kids. Okay, so we're getting started here to make our quesadillas. I've got some tortilla shells here. Ideally, you're going to look for the whole grain ones. They weren't available when I was shopping, so I've just got the regular ones here, which is fine in a pinch. I've got some shredded cheddar cheese, and we are just going to flatten out our quesadilla or our tortilla onto a cutting board. We're going to grab a sort of pinch of cheese and spread it over half of your tortilla shell. Try to make it as even as possible. Then you're just going to take the other half of your tortilla, fold it up and over like so. Give it a quick press down to hold it together and repeat to make the rest of your quesadillas. Then we are just going to heat some oil over medium-high heat here. This is some olive oil I've got in a pan, and we're just going to give that some time to get nice and sizzly. You're going to drop your quesadilla into the hot oil, being careful not to burn yourself, and you're just going to give this 2 to 3 minutes per side to cook. And that should be plenty of time to melt the cheese inside. And here you can see I've flipped my tortilla. It's nice and golden brown. I've actually, if anything, cooked this one just a touch too long, but this is fine. And here we have our finished product. So I've just sliced the quesadilla into wedges. I've got some sliced pineapple on the side for our fruit, and I've sliced carrots for some vegetables. So in this case, the cheese is acting as our protein and the tortilla is our grain source. These quesadillas are also great to pack into a school lunch. They are still good as leftovers when the cheese is cold. And if you wanted to add some extra protein to this meal, you could also add just some rinsed and drained black beans inside the quesadillas as well. Have our classic egg salad sandwiches. I've got 4 hard-boiled eggs, some nice whole grain bread, which I'm going to toast, some mayonnaise for some healthy fats, a touch of mustard, which is optional for flavor, and then my fruits and vegetables sitting there on the side. So what you're going to want to do is mash up your egg with a fork, and then you're going to add about a tablespoon, maybe a tablespoon and a half of mayonnaise, just a touch of the mustard for flavor, and a little bit of salt and pepper, and mix that all together. And then we're going to pop it onto our toast and make some sandwiches. So here is our finished product. You can see we have our eggs for our protein, our toast for our nice whole grain, we've got some tomatoes for fruits, some cucumbers for veggies, and this plate is ready to serve. Is our setup to make our mini pizzas. We've got some whole wheat naan bread to serve as our crust. We've just got some pre-made pizza sauce. Feel free to make your own from scratch if you have time to do that, using tomatoes from your garden. I've got some turkey pepperoni here. This is optional. Obviously, you can top your pizzas with any toppings that you enjoy. My kids really like this turkey pepperoni. And then just some mozzarella cheese. This is a really great opportunity to get your kids involved, so let them make their own pizzas. When kids feel involved, they feel invested, and they are more likely to try and enjoy their food. So you can see mine here spreading their own sauce and cheese onto their pizzas. And just to finish off the meal, I did add some grapes on the side as the fruit source and just some carrot slices on the side for a veggie. You could, of course, also slice up the veggies and put them right on the pizza if your kids prefer to have their vegetables incorporated into their pizza. So these little peanut butter quote-unquote sushi bites are really fun. They're a really great way to switch things up. So rather than just offering a peanut butter and banana sandwich, we are going to actually roll them up into little pinwheels and slice them into bite-sized pieces. So I've got some whole grain bread, some peanut butter, any peanut butter you have at home will work, and a slightly overripe banana. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your slice of whole wheat bread and you're going to cut off the crust and you're just going to flatten it slightly to make it easier to roll. So you want to take some of the air and fluffiness out of your bread. So you can use your fingers like I am here, or you can also feel free to get out the rolling pin and give it a really good roll to get it really nice and flat. Next, you can see here I've just taken some of that banana and I've mashed it into a bowl. This is much easier to do with an overripe banana. That's why I've done it that way. And I've got some peanut butter spread on my bread, and I'm just going to spread the mashed banana as a nice thin layer on top, just like so. Then you're just going to take one end of it here and you're going to roll it up. So here is what it looks like once you've got it all rolled up. And you're just going to take a sharp knife and you're going to slice this into bite-sized pieces. Usually I can get 4 or 5 pieces out of each little roll up here. And so here's our finished product. Super simple. We've already got our whole grain, our protein, and our fruit incorporated into our little sushi bites. So I've just sliced up some orange pepper here to serve as the vegetable. And then just because I wanted to bump up the protein a little bit more in this one, I did add some Greek yogurt on the side just to give that extra boost of protein. You could also just serve this with a glass of milk or add a slice of cheese on the side, and that would work well too. Having a sandwich rolled up into this sort of bite-sized format is really fun for kids. They love finger foods and things that they can just grab with their hands. My kids ended up eating this particular plate as just a snack, which actually works out quite well because remember, snacks are just mini meals. Not least, we have our rainbow roll-ups, and the real key ingredient here is that hummus. I like to buy the beet hummus because it has this really nice bright color. Everything else that's included in here is just whatever you have on hand in the fridge vegetable-wise. This is a great way to use up sort of the last little bits of things that you have lying around in your refrigerator. So you're just going to take that beet hummus and spread it onto your whole wheat wrap, and you can see here it's that really nice bright magenta color. And then you're going to slice your vegetables into sort of long strips, and you're just going to space them out onto the wrap like so. And obviously we're trying to incorporate as many different colors here as we possibly can. I've got some green cucumbers, some yellow peppers, some red tomatoes, and some green spinach. And then I've topped it off with a sprinkling of feta cheese here. Feel free to use whatever cheese your kids enjoy. Mine really like the feta, so that's why I've included that one in here. It's a really nice flavor boost. And you just roll it up, slice it up, and here we go. So we've got some protein from the cheese and the hummus. We've got our whole grain and our vegetables all in that wrap. And then I just sliced up some nice peaches here. They're in season and they taste great this time of year. And this one is complete. Again, I would serve this one with a glass of milk just to get a little extra boost of protein from it. That's that. I hope this video gave you some ideas about how you can put together a quick, easy, and healthy lunch for you and your kiddos. And I hope it helped to show that it doesn't have to be some fancy Pinterest, really labor-intensive lunch in order for it to be delicious, nutritious, and a lot of fun for your kids. So thanks, and I hope you enjoy.